Inspector Lugar from Barney Miller. You know, if I go for a gentleman's drink with Inspector Lugar, you know, there's certain things I'm mortified by, and the inspector understands. They're primitive urges, usually treated with ointment, and sometimes I don't really want to, talk about it. But if Franklin's there, then Franklin can twiddle his, uh, you know, in the olden days you'd get like an umbrella. They were really cool. Those umbrellas that went in your drink. The detail that went into those things just for your one time only drink, and it's like, oh, this looks like it was handmade. It's like, holy smokes, this thing is like the umbrella opens and closes. It's crepe paper. It's like real. Anyways, Franklin would be like spinning that thing, but nothing like showing off or nothing. It's like very low key, not causing a ruckus, but just, maybe just because he's gonna be like, he's trying to think, is there like something I can say? And in the end, he's gonna go back and he's gonna lift his shoulders, and then he's gonna get to the point he doesn't want to do that anymore. He's just gonna be there and not talk about it. And not talk about it. Now, sometimes you want people to talk about it because it's a festering sore. Other times it's like, who's a quiet person around me? I can't tell you the Luger is because most of the time he's very loquacious. Anyways, I just have this idea in mind that it's, the inspector, and we're sitting at the bar, but, he's like, it's me, and then there's a stool that's empty, and then Inspector Luger's trench coat on a thing, and then Luger's down at the next two. He's kind of standing up between the two, and then if he's got to sit down, he picks one or the other. But there's this, like that whole wing of the bar is Luger's area down there, and then Bob's area, and then it gets to the corner, and there's nobody in that corner section, and down that old line, down that other line down there, the other line, nobody there. Now in the booth, there's maybe 8 booths. They're just booths. You sit down, and you got a table built in, and there's not the first booth is empty. Second booth, there's 2 people in there, and they're drinking black coffee in saucer cups. And they have like the metal can, that's got your cream in it that keeps it cold. It's like pewter or something. And I've been to a bar like this now that I think of it. Oh, this was in the USA. What state was that in? Maybe it'll come to me. Vaguely thinking, no, but I don't know. Well, let's say that it was in Portland, Oregon. Hooters kind of bar, but smaller and less noisy and less busy. Kitchen's open late, but it closes at 10 p.m. And let's say it's, I don't know, let's say it goes till 2 in the morning, and let's say I roll in there at 12. Mostly I gotta use the bathroom. So I go walk in, I don't even look at the waitress. I go right to the back, the men's room, and I go for a long squirt. Somebody might call it a slash. A long squirt is a squash. And then the long squashes are beyond that. So anyway, Luger and I are in there. Because, he doesn't really want to go anywhere by himself. But he doesn't want to be with anybody. He likes, it's like if I go into a place, I don't want to be the only person. They're going to think I'm an alcoholic. So I'm the wingman. But we're not there to pick up chicks or, nothing. Other things like Lola's, take her to the car in the motel room, and we drink champagne. She tastes just like cherry cola, la 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 Lola. And she got down on me, and she asked me my name, and I looked in her eyes, and she said, so with a smile, my name is Mark. Anyways, hello, Mark. But he was Inspector Digger also just wants to let you know that it's not that they got anything against it. It's just that sometimes you just need to be out of your apartment inside because it's raining out. So he's got his trench coat. It's like a raincoat. It's wet enough so that you don't want to sit outside too much. In Vancouver, it's so wet that a lot of the coffee shops have designed their outdoors so you can sit outdoors and it'll have like like a some kind of a roof or an umbrella kind of area that's better than just a sun umbrella. It keeps the wet off. You can sit outside and have coffee in the rain in Vancouver. If it's not windy. If it's windy, then it'll blow it right in you. But anyways. So anyways, the inspector likes to be in a place that's considered a public place, like a tavern where they have food and drinks, and he can sit there and twiddle his thing and not be the only one in the bar, and he pretends not to know me, and I pretend not to know him. No, we don't go out of the way to make it like, kinky or anything. It's just like generally speaking, he hangs out down there and we don't talk. But he knows I'm there and I know that he's there. And I don't know, it's kind of comforting. Because I don't know, I've known him for so long. It's kind of comforting. It's just like, we don't talk. We don't share newspapers or nothing, but he's there and I'm there. And now, do we set this up ahead of time? Uh, Serendipity, he's gonna say. So it's not like, no, you're not phoning me, but it's kind of like, it's just, there it is. And, he's a regular. Does he know my name, Inspector Hooker? Yes. But he doesn't talk to me at that bar on those kind of occasions. It's just like quiet night. Quiet night, and it's like I'm not the alcoholic at Dead Man's Curve, and but I'm out. I'm out of the house, and then I had an evening when I was out. And I'm not going to say that I was lonely either, because somebody said, well, who else was there? Well, he's going to say, well, Bobby was there. We're talking, no, we don't talk, but he was there, and I was there, and I knew he was there, and he'll say I was there, and I'll say he was there because we were there. And look at the camera, we're clearly there. We know, so it's not like we're on a date or anything. It's simply, that, part of Cheers bar would be, Norm, and they talked a lot in Cheers. Cliff Clavin and those guys were up, and, in the olden days, I'm sure there's a lot of days when there's a lot of talking, but, this happened to be like a very quiet night, not talking. And the TV was, not noticed. It wasn't like big screen TVs, no. If anything, it was like an old school. Like, let's go with it was 1974. And color TV was still pretty much like a novelty. Everyone got one immediately, but people still had old black and white TVs. So those kind of TVs, color but small, old school ones from 1974. So that's what the year is for the TVs in that bar. And they're on, and what are they showing? Baseball. Baseball. It's going to be, Major League Baseball. It's the Yankees. There was the Yankees and a team from Los Angeles. Well, I don't know. Like, don't hold me to it, because it's kind of like a dream thing, and I don't even know if they're both. I don't know. The Yankees, I think, are American League, and then if it's just LA, the letter L intertwined with the letter A, which baseball team is that in Los Angeles? Are they American League? Would they play together, ever play against one another, interleague? I don't know. I mean, millions of years they tried things. I'm not up on. Anyways, let's say that's who's on TV, and there's more than one TV. So maybe if they can't play each other in 1973, 74, that they're on. I don't know. It's cable TV, and they got some special bar deal where they got an LA team game, and they got a East Coast team game, and that's what's on. If you want to keep an eye on it. What's in the kitchen? The kitchen's closed. There's a cigarette machine. In the olden days, in bars and especially in bowling alleys, there was a machine that you put, coins in, and you got cigarettes out of a machine because it was technically a licensed place, because bowling alleys had a liquor license for beer. And, so they were allowed to have a dispenser for cigarettes because it was licensed for liquor. But modern day, they don't have anything convenient like that because they took away all the conveniences. And, these stupid fucking regulations from I don't know. It was back in those days you could even smoke in the bar. You could. You could have a cigarette in the bar. They'd have a glass. It would be a solid, heavy, heavy glass ashtray for your cigarettes. And you'd smoke, and the smoke would linger in there.